He's gonna yell at his social media monkey. That's what's gonna happen.
Do you have a social media monkey that I don't know about?
No, that's me. I am the social media monkey. Hi, I'm Gibby.
Oh,
Hello, dead man.
hello everyone. Welcome to VT Network. Starting a little bit late today, but that's fine. The processes for the refunds for my spending at Fanboy Hooters were just taking a little bit longer than they were supposed to.
Well, I told you they can easily give you back like 10, 15, 25 bucks max. But once we start diving into the 10 grand range, that's when they get a little finicky about their prices.
Yeah, that's when
When
lawyers
they
get
get,
involved.
that's when they get a little shitty about things. Didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Oh, a fun thing. So I didn't realize because I was wondering why every time I took a hit off my vape over on TikTok Live, why I would get well, we're going to limit your viewing because, it violates TikTok's guidelines. So I figured out what was actually wrong with that. I didn't have it set for mature viewers only.
Adults only? Yeah.
Yeah, like an adults only thing. So I tested it, and lo and behold, I hit my vape right on streams. I was like, I'm prepared for anything. Hit it, got no warning or nothing. Not a single thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're not only back live on the normal platforms, but also we are back on TikTok now that I have decided to get off my lazy ass and make that work.
You know what's funny is I have I follow somebody and they invite people to play Jackbox games.
Yeah.
Like Sturgis, bud, and they play one of the games that me and my other friends play along with my brother, and Mustard and we are terrible
Mm,
human beings, and
I bet that's a
so
good game.
did you want you know what if we ever play it, I'll send you a fucking invite.
Oh, do it.
Um, but I'll tell you what, we're horrible, terrible, awful human beings. And so they were like, oh, come play Jackbox with me on this live stream on TikTok. And I was like, no.
You sure? You sure you want that?
I was like, I'm not
You
about to
see-
cost this poor person their platform with the things we say, like the horrible, god awful things we say when it's just us. No, 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 I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna ruin y'all's. I'm not gonna ruin y'all's platform just because I'm a shit heel that likes to talk and get smack. Was raised on the wrong side of the internet. What do you mean? No.
Oh, trust me. Some of the things we say and like some of the things we type, they're hilarious, but they're also superbly dark. And I'm like, I'm not.
Well, because I mean, you can say it in a group of people. You can make jokes like tee hee ha ha. But once you're around other people that do it in front of others that you don't know who they are, you got to be extremely careful. I had a buddy back when I was doing a lot of the streaming with the fucking dads. There was
Right.
a guy. Yeah, there was a guy that he was a friendly. He was a family friendly guy. So like he didn't cuss, he didn't drink, he didn't smoke. He was on his path to. He
So
was on.
all the things we do.
Yeah, he was on his righteous path to find Jesus. And you know what? I'm not knocking the guy for it. That's his path in life. That's all
Yeah,
him.
that's his
And I
prerogative.
exactly. And kudos to him. That's his life goal. So before I hopped on, he pulled me in a call by himself. He's like, "Hey man, can we have a talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" I felt like I was being talked to by HR. Like,
Oh,
yeah, it was an HR conversation. So he was talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, so my audience is very, very clean whistle, so we can't use profanity, can't talk drugs, can't talk alcohol, or can't make any over the top jokes." And I was like, "Why did you invite me then?" Like I understand, like you can have a fun time without making those kind of things, but in the same breath, when the camera comes on, the personality gets amped 85,000.
yeah.
Like when like you've had conversations with me in person and off camera, so like that
Yeah.
personality is still there, but it's not hammed up to 98.
No, like everything you do on a show, especially to be entertaining, is amped up a little bit. You know,
Well, you got
um,
to be. You got to be. I don't care what anything.
yeah,
You have your normal personality, but you got to amp it up for the crowd.
just a touch. You know what I mean? It's like I like to. It's like when we write stuff for Dark Turn Media, and there's certain aspects and things involved. You know, I like to write. For instance, writers' room. You know, it's all very much reality based. It's like Scrubs. I love the way Scrubs described it. It's reality turned up one notch. You know what I mean? Like it's not ridiculous. It's not over the top. It's not.
It's enough to
It's
make it
it,
feel real without being real.
Yeah, and with the speaking of Scrubs though, have you seen the relaunch?
You know what? That has been on my things to watch. Unfortunately, I was on the tail end of finishing Mockingjay, so
Ah,
that was my want to get done first. And also, the new Resident Evil came out, so
everyone's
priorities,
playing it. Yeah.
priorities, my guy.
So you're at the tail end of Mockingjay. That's the third book, right?
Yeah, third book. Yep, third book. No, I finished it. I finished it today.
Let's hear about it, man, because that's one of the books that I was pushing you to talk about. I won't read because of just how heavy it gets. Because there's some things in. Okay, so allow me to I guess preface it. There are this is a young adult novel. This is aimed for teenagers. You know what I mean? 13, 14, 15 year olds,
Right.
especially with like the love triangle aspect of it, and
Oh,
you
that
know,
love triangle made me want to tongue fuck a belt sander. Oh my
right?
god,
Get
you
face
cannot,
fucked by a chainsaw.
dude. You have no idea how many times my girlfriend listened to me complain about that.
I believe it. But so that being said, though, when they're invading the city, the traps and the press conference, and like you're reading it, and you're just like, oh yeah, horrible soldier stuff, and then you don't really remember that these are teenagers. This is happening to. These are these horrible god awful things, and they are horrible god awful things. Like don't one of DJ's favorite lines is exploding baby limbs that comes from that book. Uh, are happening to people like the age of one of my sons, like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah,
And go ahead.
that so that part really fucked me up because I was reading it, and next thing I see is she's like, I see my sister, and right before she can mouth the words, she's gone. And when I tell you, I so I my girlfriend was sleeping, and I texted her. I'm like, Prim is dead. She's dead. They killed her. And she's just sitting on the bed like, uh huh. Uh huh. They killed her. And I was like, you knew about this. You didn't warn me. She's like, I went into it not knowing anything. You had to too.
Yeah, we read these. DJ and I read these books long, long ago. You know, because we saw the movie, and the movie was not impressive. And
No.
there's a lot of reasons it was not impressive. Visually, it was beautiful. Now, mind you, visually it was beautiful, wonderful special effects, that kind of thing. But it always felt like there was something significantly missing. And then once you get to the books and you find out about the dogs and the human faces on the dogs, and
Yeah.
the way the bully kills the smaller guy that was second in charge during one of the events, like like there's so much horrible shit happening. And once again, you're reading this and kind of like just there's not a part of you that's recognizing that this is happening to kids. Yes, there are older participants, like Micro and all that other stuff, or the woman who's dumb, she can't speak,
Oh,
or
Eddie.
mute. Yeah, yeah, mute. She's mute.
She's not mute. She's just batshit crazy.
That too. And there are older participants, but you forget that the number of people, these horrible, horrible things are happening to our kids, their children. They
Yeah,
haven't lived yet.
majority of them are 16, 16, 17 while this is going on. So
Yeah.
like yeah, from like a writing standpoint, you could be like, this is annoying to read. Some points don't make sense like the others. But then, I sit and think about it. I'm like, yeah, no, those are kids. That's kids that's happening too. They haven't even they haven't even seen the world. And I think that's why the love triangle pissed me off so much because
Yeah.
I was taking the love triangle aspect and thinking about it in a normal romance novel instead of a world on the brink of
Collapse.
a collapse, a revolutionary collapse. I forgot that, but it still pisses me off because like if
No,
you have
it was badly written.
okay, yeah, because every time this was something that me and the girlfriend always agreed on was anytime that her and Gail talked, it was just infuriating.
Yeah.
It was like two people that got brought together because they just lived in the shit and they went through bad shit together instead of two people with a genuine connection. And then when her and PETA got together, you're just like, I felt like that Mike Tyson thing, like Kith,
Now,
no
Kith.
Kith.
Now, Kith. The two
That's how it
pigeons.
felt. And then at the end, I loved it because I felt like PETA got some retribution. Like, yeah, he had the tracker jacker, whatever it was, in his veins, so like he was still a little not all straight.
Nuts.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little fucking crazy. But I felt like what he was saying was genuine. Once the veil got lifted and he didn't have to be Mr. Nice Guy anymore, it was nice to see him actually rip into her. He's like, oh, so am I a friend? Am I an ally? Am I a lover? Am I your fiance? What am I to you? And Candace was like, well, I don't know. And he's like, then that's where we'll leave it.
That was no, that was kind of cathartic for me reading the books because I know in the movies it was kind of like highly over dramatized. You know what I mean? It was really
Yeah.
over dramatized in the movie, but in the book, it's this quiet, really intimate moment between Pete and Katniss, and he's like, "Yeah, I may be nuts, but the thing is that they fed me hundreds of hours of propaganda to hate you. The problem is that it worked. So what the fuck are we? Like I need like if you're gonna give me something to come back to, you have to give me something to come back to. And
Right.
so what the fuck are we? Like are we revolutionaries, friends, lovers? Are we nothing at all? What the fuck are we? If you're not gonna be my fucking anchor, leave me alone. And
Yeah,
that was
that part.
wonderful. Yeah. And that was really good in the book. And like I said, it was overplayed in the movie. I didn't think it worked well the way they did it in the movie. But like I said, there's scenes in those books and those books are highly dismissed because they are young adult novels and stuff like that. But there's scenes in those books. You want to talk about the city invasion scenes?
I love the city invasion scenes because this was the shit. This was the moment that all hell broke loose. My my favorite part of that was when um was it's the later end because like the rest of it I've read enough like invasion scenes where a lot of that was just the normal kind of stuff that you see, like you lose people, people die, they gotta hide somewhere till they get to the end part. It's when they started killing the kids. It's when they started killing all of the random citizens because they knew that they were there. And then Katniss finally got that meeting with Snow,
Yeah.
and he says something that blows my mind that I didn't think about. I didn't think about until the girlfriend brought it up. She's like, "Notice how he said that neither of us lie, and he doesn't kill kids because he wants to." He's like, "I can. Don't get it twisted. I can
Hmm.
kill them in an instant. That's not a problem. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but I'm not going to do it to be wasteful. I'm not going to do it just for shits and giggles. I have a purpose."
Yeah.
And that blew my mind because the reason all those people died was because he knew shit wasn't right. And then when it was they were talking about coin, and the
Hmm.
final line that he says that sticks with you and you don't really know it until we get to the next scene of the city, like the final scene of the city invasion, is it was not I thought I told you that we don't lie to each other. And you're like, I don't understand why. I don't get that. What do you mean we don't lie to each other? And
Yeah.
then when they're at the execution for Snow and fucking Katniss sends one right through Coin, I was like, oh, that. And then you think about it because you're like, why would she attack Coin? Coin's been trying to do this all along. But then it all kind of starts to puzzle piece together, and you're like, she was just as bad.
She manufactured it.
Say that one more time.
She manufactured it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no,
It was.
really, really think about it. Who was the first one to Snow's capture? It was Coin.
Mm,
What is the best way to bypass a city full of guards? Feed them soldiers so that the guards have someone to fight. She orchestrated the entire thing. She fabricated the entire thing. All those people are dead because she wanted her shot at Snow. And it gets worse than that because when you realize that Katniss figured it out before we did, the reader.
it's a wild. It's a wild. That entire scene is wild. Another one that really shocked me was when they were all sitting at a table, being like, "Well, let's have a Hunger Games. Let's have one more.
Yeah,
Let's have everybody in power send one in." People, we got Peter. Let's like, no, that's the whole fucking reason we're not doing this anymore.
yeah.
That's the whole reason we're fighting is so we don't have to do this anymore.
So we can
Then you,
stop.
yeah, so we could stop this. That was the whole point. And then you got Katniss and Haymitch that are like, we know the bullshit that's going on, so we'll just say yes to appease the majority happening here. Unless I misread that.
No, no, you
Yeah,
got it right.
see, not as
Because
dumb as I look.
no, well, no, because here's the big thing: the people in power have to pick one person. Who is the most powerful person at that point in time? The most powerful symbol. It was
uh,
Katniss.
that yeah, but who would she have to send? Because the only other person that she could have sent was Prim. Prim
She
was dead.
was going to go. She wasn't going to send anybody. She was going to go because
Oh,
yeah. Now you get it. Now you get why she said yes and
mm,
disappeared.
mm, I don't know. Like I said, I finished the book and I'm on to the next one that gives Snow's point of view.
I read part of it.
Yeah, I'm catching up with it. I'm gonna read all of them because I want to rewatch the movies. Me and the girlfriend
Yeah,
both do. And it just there was so many things that reading the book I was thinking back to the movies and I'm like that didn't happen like that. I didn't see that shit.
yeah,
What do you mean? Like the one that I was yelling about one day was in the beginning because I remember this in the movie that when they first get up to the golden oh what's the fucking word they use, the meeting spot where they all
yeah.
come
I know
up
what
at
you're
once,
talking about. Yeah,
the golden cornucopia.
the cornucopia. That's the word. Yes,
Yes,
I was trying to chase it down to the cornucopia.
I knew it started with a C, so I was just trying to get there. The golden cornucopia, when they all get there in the movie, Katniss gets a bow and arrow right then and there.
Hmm.
Like she pulls one up and just grabs it and starts firing. Bless you. Like she starts firing it off. But in the book, she has to fight people for it. Like she gets her ass beat over it. She has to take it. And I think that would have been 900 times better to do in the movie than having her just get it right off the rip. Bless you again. So I really, I want to rewatch the movie, but now going through the book,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch it, but it's gonna be one of those like, well, that didn't happen in the book. That didn't happen in the book. No, that didn't happen.
I
I'm gonna be one of those people, and I will fully admit to it.
There's there are some movies that are absolutely made for the aesthetic, and The Hunger Games is one of them. What I really hate about movies that get made like that is that they have lost the most integral part of looking like that, and that is the story. Oh, the stories have to be good, and a good way. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Blade Runner. Blade Runner is the granddaddy of all cyberpunk movies. I know you can. I know a lot of people point to Running Man and stuff like that, but no, it's Blade Runner. Blade Runner is so fucking perfect when it comes to so many aspects, and I'm forever in love with the aspects of it. And when I saw the sequel to Blade Runner, of course I was disappointed, but there is a very beautiful scene, and I do say it's beautiful because it's horrifying, of course. And that's the first scene in Blade Runner 2049 or 4099, whatever the fuck it is, 2047. And it's the opening scene between the new Deckard, I guess would be his name, and the guy that Batista plays. And
Oh yeah,
that's
Batista. Yeah.
yeah, and it was supposed to be in the original movie. It was supposed that was supposed to be the original opening shot of of the original movie, and it didn't make it into the original movie, and it's a shame because it's horror. It is beautifully quiet and horrifyingly violent when you realize what the implications of it all is. And it is one of the most interesting scenes I've ever seen. And the fact that Dave Batista plays that part so goddamn well and plays it so fucking straight, it's incredibly impressive to me. And especially the way they wrote it, the way they shot it, the way they directed it. The rest of the movie, I could take or leave it. You know what I mean? I could leave or take it, but it's just Blade Runner was the first. You know what I mean? And I remember. Sorry for the diatribe.
Oh no,
Because
go go. You're giving my voice a break. You take it. You keep going.
I remember I was teaching some voice actors, right? And you know they were doing great. You know what I mean? They were doing wonderful. But they kept asking, well, how do I sound like this? Or how do I portray this? And I said, it's about inflection. It's about the words you're saying. You have to believe them as if they're your words, like they're coming out of your mouth, your head. They're your words. And they were like, well, you know, do you have could you use an example of that? And I said perfectly. So I brought up the original scene from Blade Runner where the main bad guy or the antagonist is sitting over Deckard, Harrison Ford, and you know he gives this speech about the things that he's seen, and it's all off the top of the dome. It's just he's making it up as he's going along, but you'll never tell. You'd never be able to know that that entire speech is completely ad-libbed. And I was like, and I was using this as a voice acting exercise. I was like, you see how everything he says, even though it's ad libbed, it's said with absolute certainty. It's said with a certain inflection and tone. You know, like especially the way it was Rutger Hauer, I think it was. He's talking about certain aspects of it. You know, and he's like, the things I've seen: carrier ships on fire, the belt of Orion, gone like tears in the rain. And he's just saying this shit, and I'm just like, this is what cyberpunk, this is what noir is. It's horrifyingly beautiful. Anyways,
Well, I think that's what a lot of something that a lot of people that get into voice acting don't realize is it's not that you can say the words. Any, I mean, like anybody can read off a script or read words in front of you and bullshit the entire thing. You
yeah,
know, you can read what somebody wrote, yeah, but if you can put emotion and make it feel like that's coming from you, or it, putting like the right amount of rawness into it, that's when it starts getting good. That's when the voice acting actually kicks in. Because if you're reading a sad scene and you're just like, oh no, my brother, he got shot. I don't know how I can carry on with this. My life will never be the same. Like it's not gonna get anywhere. You're just you're just another person that can read lines. like any Joe Schmo reading an English class that you
Yeah, yeah,
fucking.
that's what I call it. English class in front of the class reading. Yeah, that's what I call it. Yeah.
It's like you
It,
feel like that. You feel like Billy Madison just today, Junior.
oh, today, Junior.
Like fucking hurry up, man.
And you know what's like, and speaking of Dark Trade voice acting roles, like you yourself have come into being one hell of a voice actor.
Why? Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're on this because I can't remember what the we were supposed to talk about tonight, but we're just gonna
We were
freeform it.
supposed. Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, my voice is absolutely fucked because weather change. If we live on the fucking west, or yeah, if you live on the west coast, you are experiencing the time of the year that we like to call bipolar, where one day it's 20 degrees, the next it's 50, and your sinuses and body have no idea what the fuck to do. So they just shut down. And are like, you got till spring, my boy. If it doesn't start staying consistent till spring, we're going into shell shock till next winter. Have fun.
But yeah, I remember some of the things I wanted to cast you in, and I remember talking with Danny and saying, we have this character coming up, this branded by blood, Braden Devereaux type, and yeah, we'll up with Braden Devereaux, and Danny had a voice before, right, for a cameo in one of the stories. I think it was Noxo, and I remember reading some of the script that Danny had sent me, and he was like, "This is what the show is going to be about." And I remember trying to work that with the original voice, and I was like, "This does not work. This does not work at all." Braden Devereaux is not some deep voiced, you know, would be noir detective type cat. Like, no, this guy's an asshole. This guy is loud. He's boisterous. And I was like, so Danny was like, well, who do you know that's like that? And I was like, I got someone.
I got someone that's not as deep voice. Actually, his voice is on the higher pitch of things, but
But,
he is loud and abrasive. So you lose one to gain one. You pick which side of the coin you want.
and you know what? In the end, Danny and I think, made the very correct decision to cast you as Braden Devereaux.
Well,
Because,
that's a thing that that like when you write a script or something, you have a certain idea in mind, and then when you put it actually out there, like give it life, get the voice to what the way you want it, you're like, nah, it doesn't like it sounds good on paper, but once you actually get the inflection with it and the lines along with it, you're like, yeah, that doesn't work how much I want it to work.
very much
Which it
so.
it bites because you have this whole idea, you have this whole thought process, and then it doesn't work, and you're like, you know what, take the lick, move on. The best you could do.
You can't take the lick and move on. Yeah, keep producing, keep writing. That is a wonderful way of putting that. And it's really funny because, like, we had Henry Reeves written for Dark Charm Presents. The ampersand series is what I like to call it. Fire and Ice. So on and so forth. The
Yeah,
Juice and Leaf show is what it's been called unofficially.
the
Uh,
juice leaf.
yeah. Uh, I was originally playing Henry Reeves, right? I was originally kind of playing because I voiced Henry for Get Better, which was written by Justin, who's a wonderful contributor to Dark Charm, one of the original members. And I voiced Henry because I wanted Henry to have this 1950s, dad. Not exactly baritone, but kind of a little bit of a bass and 1950s swagger. So, like, when we did that episode, Get Better, that's what I did. I did the 1950s, and of course, I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but she was the voice of Anna. And what the hell is her name?
You want to know
I
what the
can't.
easiest way to get that 1950s voice is? I found
Uh,
out. Hike your pants up all the way so like they come right past your belly button, like right below your tits. Just have your pants hiked up all that way because for some reason when your pants are that high, your voice all of a sudden gets higher, but also goes faster. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is. It might just be the fashion. So the spirit of Dean Martin takes over you, and you just get the whole wave of it, like being possessed by a ghost.
that's horrifying. But Emily McNulty is her name, and she is the crown jewel of Dark Charm. Yeah, she played Anna, of course, the 1950s housewife, and she continued to voice Anna throughout the entire series. And
Thanks,
then,
dear. I've been on my fifth Adderall of the day.
yeah,
That's why the house
right.
is spotless.
The Quaaludes aren't working anymore. But
I've got
so
I've had four martinis since breakfast. I've seen the Hat Man 5 times. He is very upset with you, by the way. You owe him $20. Don't forget.
right, or you'll be taken to the Shadow Realm. But what's really
That'd be
funny is that
terrifying. I want to. So, sorry to interrupt you. This
no,
is
no,
just.
that's fine.
I would love to set a story in the 1950s, and just
Yeah.
have somebody like going through psychosis, but viewing it as like a normal life.
Ooh,
Say, yeah. See, unfortunately, I've had a lot of time to think, and I've been consuming a lot of media. So my brain's like, all right, well, let's start putting our own ideas out there. So I've been writing down a couple, and I've been meaning to run them past you, but just haven't really had the time.
at
And
the
I figure
time.
now, yeah, I figure now, since we're live in front of God and everybody, now would be the right time to tell you.
I love it. I really want to hear what you have put down. There is a movie out there from Ryan Reynolds, of all fucking people,
I love the movie you're gonna talk about. It's so good.
about schizophrenia, about horrible things like that. And this was a while ago. Let me see if I can find it because I don't want to
It is
fuck
a
up
great movie. It is a good movie. And while Dead Man looks this up, this is one of my favorite Ryan Reynolds movie ever. That this and movie he does with Sandra Bullock. I can't remember what the name of it is off the rip.
the
But
voices.
Voices, yes, I love that so much. When I saw a commercial for it, I didn't think it would work because when I see something psychological or horror, the first person that comes to mind isn't Ryan Reynolds. Like that's not the first person I think of. So seeing him in a different kind of role than the asshole-ish smart mouth guy was definitely a shell shock, but it was nice to see because in the main thing you have two animals. You have two animals that he talks to that are supposed to be the sort of devil and angel on your
On your
shoulder.
shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it was funny to see the big mastiff be the good guy, just like talking like the Southern grandpa. Now you know we don't do that. That's a
Yeah,
bad thing.
we got to consider their feelings now.
Fuck them. I love the cats. The cat's response. Fuck them.
Fuck them. Oh god, the voices. The
Great movie.
voices
You get a
is
chance.
yeah. If you ever get a chance, it is a very unknown
One of those hidden
role.
gems.
Yeah, yeah, and also a dark comedy.
Ah, see,
but with
callback.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, yeah. I could have sent you a whole bunch of other ones. That I have a list.
Dead
But
man. Dead
what
man.
what
I just remembered.
what?
Oh, because we did a callback to the last episode, and I know what next week episode is. And for those of you that don't, I've been excited for this. It's my chance to watch Evangelion. Now, that's not why I'm excited. So I was on X the other day, and I seen a tweet from Yoko Taro. Now, if you don't know
Uh,
who Yoko Taro is, he is the guy that made Drakengard 1 and 3, and also the Nier series. Those games are beautifully fucking written. I will say they aren't, and I will reach through the screen and smack the shit out you.
there will be a fist fight.
Okay, bet. Bring it on. Because I will defend that series till my last breath. But anyways, uh Yoko Taro had tweeted out, he's like, oh, I'm working on a new series, dur 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 dur. Yeah, it's nice. And then a big anime company was like, oh yeah, new Evangelion series is coming out being written by Yoko Taro and composed by him as well. And I can't tell you how much my body is ready because like I've heard that Evangelion is a depressing show to watch. It's a very it'll make you hurt. And being a fan of Drakengard and Nier, I'm like, oh no, please, why? those hurt me enough. I don't need more. I don't need more added to it.
You're not ready.
No, I'm not because I I've been really enjoying like depressing media lately. Like, but it's not because I'm sad. It's not because I'm depressed. It's not because I'm going through some shit. But it's because it's when you watch so much media that is fake happy, that you have so much toxic positivity, and they just don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
watch so much that is toxic positivity, and you don't really have the actual human connection that most conversations have, which I've brought up multiple times about directors not putting in normal human conversations. It's
yeah,
nice to see it's nice to see media that actually tackles these things but handles them with care. Handles them the way they're supposed to be handled. Not showing the guy who's depressed is just some low around slug
some
that
humbug.
yeah, Mr. Mope ass that just
Yeah.
walks around and like, oh yeah, this is coming out like the episode of
Thanks for
South Park.
noticing me.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that episode of South Park where Stan says everything is shit.
yeah. I think you know,
Wow, wasn't that
uh,
a segue? Huh?
that was a wonderful segue. I think some of the movies and some of the stuff I've watched, some of the stuff I consume on the regular, especially like sad music, um, it helps me feel. And you know what the funny part is that you said that so that term is so poignant. Toxic positivity. I like that a lot. I like that a
It
lot.
Yeah, you got toxic negativity, obviously,
Of course.
whenever somebody says something, there's always a downside to it. There's always like, hey, this movie's coming out. Well, you know it's gonna be shit, right? You know the actors are
Uh,
gonna flop it, right?
yeah.
But you also have the same thing with good things too, where it's like, and I like to use video game series as a point of this because you get the live since we're in the age of live service games, you
Yeah.
get the constant battle passes, you get the constant add-ons of cosmetics, and it's like, oh, don't worry, guys, next season will be even better. Next season will be great. Next
Next season
season
will
won't.
finally fix the fucking game.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's also the toxic positivity of like somebody's going through genuine hurt, like genuine loss or genuine heartache that something has happened, and you try and confide in somebody, and the next thing you see is, well, at least you're not da 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 da.
I hate
At least you're
that.
not just starving. You just need to smile, and it's like, wow, I wish I fucking thought of that. I wish I would have just smiled.
Oh,
Now look,
if only.
fucking silly me.
I think one of the most speaking of this kind of media, I think one of the most beautiful and poignant lines, and I'm saying that word a lot lately, but or today because it's
The
it's
word of the
it's a
day, kids.
poignant, yeah. Um, the last season of Invincible and the way J.K. Simmons delivered the last line, I think I miss my wife.
Man, I do. I can't say anything because that's diving deep into spoiler territory, and I can't do that one. Yeah, I'm just
I've
excited
read
for
the
the
comics. I read the comics
no,
before you were
no,
walking.
not you fuck knuckle. That's not what I'm talking
I
about.
know, I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about people that are only gonna watch it. They're not gonna read
Yeah,
the
yeah.
comics. They're waiting. So like I will say, um, I'm an Omni Man defender, but I've read it. I've read it all. So I see what comes next, and I'm excited for it. I think they should have killed what's his fucking name, was played by the guy who played Negan.
Conquest?
Yes, Conquest. I think they should have just not put him in the fucking box. I thought that was stupid when I watched it. I thought it was stupid when I read it. I was like, you guys have this being that dog walked your major superhero. And when I say dog walked, I don't mean like a little smacks here and there.
Hey,
No,
don't
beat
give up.
the
Come on. You can do this. Oh my god, it was so I got under my skin. I
yeah,
like a
and
piece of glass, dude.
yeah, just if there was sexual tension in that fight, and I didn't like it. And it wasn't between the two characters. It was between Conquest and his will to kill somebody. You're just like, I need a shower after this.
Who's that Parnell guy we send each other on TikTok? You know what I mean? Like this
Oh
fool's
yeah,
fighting
yeah.
me break up with.
That for because he was like, this was a fight I've been waiting for. Like, oh God.
Like, it's so good, and I don't understand why people got pissed off that he didn't use it, like his super deep, Negan type voice. But I keep listening to that kind of argument. Like Negan doesn't have a deep voice. His voice is very mid range. All everything he says is very mid range, but like the way he voiced Conquest was just so good, and
Were we
especially
watching the same Negan? Like, did
you
we watch
know
the same Negan?
Yeah, and I love just the way he delivered it. Like reading them, and I'm glad like I finally like brought you over to the other side a little bit. Reading them is one thing, but hearing that creepy lust in his voice,
It's weird.
it's so unsettling. You know what I mean? Especially the way Jeffrey Dean Morgan laughs. You know, like when he's like, ah,
Oh, that was
ah, ah,
cool.
come on. Like he just picks them up and he's like, your flesh starts to rip, your bones start to separate, and I can't wait to be bathed in your blood. Like,
Just my brother in Christ. Thank God you're wearing a tight outfit, or else we'd be seeing a lot more than just blood on your outfit.
God damn it, dude! But it was so good, and like, yeah, we were talking
They
about
almost
sad
tear
media.
Oliver in half. That made my
Yeah,
like because and again, this we come back to this, but there's a reason we do. The way they handled like violent scenes is they don't make it seem like he's gonna bounce right back. You're not stretching somebody like that and not hearing skin and flesh tear. And that's they made sure you heard it.
ligaments. Yeah,
They made sure you heard every sound of that. Fucking hate it. Hated it all. I
and
wish they did that. I wish they did that with Preacher. Gave it an animated series.
no, no,
Yes, yes,
no, no,
yes,
no,
yes. But yeah,
no.
if it takes an animated series to see that show in its glory, I will handle it. Okay,
That's the
you think
problem is that it's not going to be to its glory. Kirkman learned his lesson. All right, learned his lesson with The Walking Dead and them writing him out of the room. So he's on every episode of fucking Invincible. He has not walked away like he did with The Walking Dead. After the third season of The Walking Dead, he was just like, I'm done with this. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
go ahead with it. Everybody stopped watching after the prison, anyways. The only
Yeah,
reason people came back was because of Negan.
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I
Oh,
watched it. I
I read it
watched,
after the prison.
yeah,
I watched it.
and knowing that Negan was based off of Henry Rollins of all people, you know what I mean?
That makes sense. That makes a
Yeah,
lot of sense. Like
and this,
like watching how Henry Rollins presents himself and compare that to how Negan just talks in a normal conversation. You're like, yeah, I see it. I can see that.
yeah, the nonsensical curse words is what I like to call them because they're placed so weirdly in his sentence. Like in his
Oh
sentence
my
structure, he
God,
doesn't
they're
curse
cutting up
normally.
French.
Yeah, you are fucked, more fucked if you don't open that door. And here's
Yeah,
the fucking plan. And it really is simple in case you're stupid, which you very may fucking be. I'm like, why? It's so, like, I can't even do it, like, organically without reading the script because it's so oddly placed in his sentences.
but I like how I like how they do that because you got to because he did this because he's like I got nobody to answer to. Like the only person I ever answered to has been long gone. Like so the only other person I answer to is me. And who's going to tell me that I need to watch what I say? Cuz I think they made that a whole point where they like when his wife was alive, he didn't cuss at all.
Oh, yeah, no, Meet Negan or Meeting Negan or Introducing Negan. Yeah, the little miniseries that came out, it was after the comics and they turned it into an actual, episode of the show, which I thought was fantastic, by the way, both the comic and the show. Because it has, and leave it to Kirkman to have some of these incredible lines. We just talked about The I think I missed my wife line from Invincible. And then also in Invincible is J.K. Simmons ranting as Omni-Man when he's like, in 500 years, this planet will crumble and turn to dust. You'll outlive everyone and everything. What will you have in 500 years, Mark?
You.
And I'd have you dead.
That line broke me. That line
It.
broke my heart watching that.
Here's the thing: in the comic books, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt in the
No,
comic books. It didn't
I was
when I
just like,
was reading
oh,
it.
damn. Okay.
Uh, uh, Hearing Stephen Ewan say that line in response to J.K. Simmons, like almost like lion roar of a voice, that's what broke me.
It's another one of those. You can read it as many times as you want, and it might have some kind of tinge of effect on you. Like it might have a little bit of a wow, that was powerful, or wow, that was something to read. But it is not even remotely close when you hear dedicated actors and dedicated voice actors being able to give life into those lines. That
Yeah,
is the sole difference right there. And my favorite thing is whenever someone's like, "Oh, this," when they were fighting Conquest, they're like, "Oh, this is Stephen Yoon's revenge against."
yeah, yeah. He got his lick back.
Yeah, got his lick back, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because like I said, I stopped watching. I stopped
Walking
watching The
Dead.
Walking Dead after the prison, and I maybe caught a couple episodes here and there with Negan. So I just read it, and I had no idea that that's who. Like I knew it was him, but I was like, okay, that makes no sense. But then I did research, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, Stephen
that's
Ewan is
fucking
Glenn.
funny. Yeah, I was like, that's funny. That is some funny shit right there.
And you know what's really funny is that it's actually Jeffrey Dean Morgan that coined it. Like they when they called
Really?
him to play, yeah, when they called him to play Conquest, he thought he was going to go in for Thrag, but he wanted to go in for Conquest so Stephen Ewan could get his lick back.
I'm glad. I'm glad he didn't go in for Thrag. I'm kind of happy about that.
I am getting real sick and tired of these. I don't know. I don't want to call them fair weather, but these fans that think that every villain has to sound like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting kind of tired of that because the guy that's going to play the voice of Thrag, the biggest Viltrumite threat of all, does not have a deep voice.
Who's playing his Thrag? Who is? Do we know who's voice acting
Oh
him?
yeah, he's already been cast. It's already been
Okay.
announced.
All right. Give me a second. I know that I Lee Price. Who the fuck or Lee Pace? Who the fuck is Lee
Yeah,
Pace?
yeah. Look him up. Not every villain has to sound like Darth Vader. As somebody who loves to write villains, as somebody who's very good at writing villains, no, not every villain has to sound like Darth Vader. And
Is that fucking Legolas? Is that what I'm seeing right there?
that is not Legolas.
No, that is not. The running. I never
Legolas,
watched.
Orlando Bloom.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing anything. I would know that he's been in Guardians. Who was he in The Hobbit?
The Hobbit. I think was he the Archer?
I think so. He was also in Twilight. Driven.
Everyone was in.
Twilight. Yeah, I know. It's even funnier when you notice that Mickey from Shameless was in Twilight as well. That makes me giggle.
What was his name again?
Lee Pace. Lee Pace is who it was. He was in Captain Marvel, Marmaduke. Oh God, yeah, a lot of these, I don't know who the fuck he would have been. Just not seeming like he's been in a lot of like major roles, unless I just don't know who he is. I'm bad with actors. The my girlfriend.
I know who he is. It's just hard to like
But where he is. But no, you have a point. Like I don't know, I don't need every villain to have a deep voice. That sounds like his nuts dropped when he was 10. Like I don't need it. I just need to have villains that actually seem intimidating. That make me think that they're up to some evil shit, not just some weirdo that just talks very low and slow. So we can drag this.
he was not the Archer. He was the Woods Elf King.
Okay, I know who he is now. Okay,
Yeah,
I
now
know
you
who
know
he
who
is
he
now.
is. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
that's
No,
Thrag. Yeah.
good. Good.
Yeah.
I think he'll do a great job.
They haven't missed in the casting so far. So what the hell am I going to complain about? You know.
I will we can write down the date, we can write down the time, we can write down everything. I think Seth Rogen as Alan the Alien was a good pick.
Holy fuck.
I think
March 1st, 8:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gibby
I
concedes one role for the Rogan Meister. The
I think it's because I didn't hear that fucking laugh at all.
well, because he doesn't laugh. Alan doesn't
That,
laugh.
and that's the exact reason why I didn't hear it. That's why I can give it the one shot because I didn't hear that stupid fucking laugh. But I think the way I especially love how yeah I like how Alan and Omni Man's sort of back and forth in the prison. I loved seeing those, and I loved reading them as well when I was reading it because you just see two people that are totally opposite of each other kind of find a common enemy. Like, hey, we both are starting to not like the Vultramites. What are we gonna do
Yeah.
about it? How can
And
we
then
fix this?
and then a bigger problem enters the fucking room
Well,
by the name of Battle Beast.
oh fuck, man. I that was I don't understand everybody's love for Battle Beast. I didn't get it.
I love that fucking character.
I don't explain it to me why people love Battle Beast because any when it came out and Battle Beast was presented, everybody was on the dick of Battle Beast, and I couldn't
Yeah.
understand why. Like I don't get it. I don't understand.
Okay, so people like you and I who have been around for a while with Invincible love Battle Beast because no one's safe from Battle Beast. Not Thrag, not the fucking dinosaur, I forgot his goddamn name. Not
Is it because he's
Conquest.
just left and rights? Like anybody he sees, it's just on site.
Yeah, dude, it's like the guy from TikTok said. This man's just fighting to fight. I hate fighting dudes with nothing to lose. He's just in it for the love of the game. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's it. No morality. No loyalty. No country. No fucking big grand speech. No, you got hands. Run them.
I
End of
don't. I
story.
don't. I don't fight because I don't fight for a purpose. I fight because I fight.
That's it. That's it. Like, and that's why people love Battle Beasts. It's because it's like it's the simplicity of Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. There's no dialogue. There's no plot. There's no grand overarching theme. No, they see each other. They try to kill each other. End of goddamn story. That's it. That's it. That's the simplicity of Tom and Jerry, and that's what Battle Beast is.
And
You
there's a
got
reason that
hands,
shows went on for
run them.
decades.
Yeah, yeah. And he fought.
I understand that. I think we need more characters like that. Like we have too many characters that are trying. Well, yeah, I mean, in recent story, let me preface this. In recent stories, we have seen way too many characters that have a moral line. They're like, I
Yeah.
won't fight him. He's only a child. I don't something about it. Whenever I see a hero just punch the shit out of a kid that's supposed to be like, I'm a child, you won't hit me. Bam! I laugh
Watch
so hard.
Peacemaker.
Watch Peacemaker. Like I didn't watch that entire show. Like I didn't watch season 2 when it came out.
Julian.
See,
It's a hungry world.
seeing John Cena fight a possessed woman in his
Yeah.
whitey tighties to a slow love ballad. Peak cinema. Peak
Oh
cinema
man.
is what that was.
You know what I love is how James Gunn is just has this orbit around him. You know what I mean? And it's all the same people, but they all do so fucking well. And everybody expected me to hate Superman, the new one with David Cornsweet. No, I loved it. I've watched it about 7 or 8, maybe 10 times. I love it. I love this Superman, and I really do, and I love that he is a traditional Superman. He is not this what people would say. Oh, he's gone woke. He's ultra woke. Excuse me, motherfucker. you've never read a comic book. You've never read a Superman comic book in your goddamn life. The Superman is the big blue Boy Scout. And for David Cornsweet to come out playing him the way that he did, so wonderfully innocent, so wonderfully held back, and the comedy in it, because Superman is funny. He cracks jokes. He gives the big speeches and everything. It's everybody
Wasn't that
else,
the point of Superman? Was to
and
be
yet
like Mr. White Knight? Wasn't that the whole theme?
the symbol of hope.
Yeah, like, come on, like, what do you expect him to be? To only fight, like, to fight everybody? No, he's gonna fight the bad guys.
And
That's
here's the
his.
thing. No, go ahead.
That's his. That's his whole character is to fight the bad guys.
And everybody says, "Well, you love Henry Cavill's Superman." I do. I saw every second of that movie. I've seen every second of the extended cut. I've seen every second of the extended director's cut. I've seen every second there is of film of Henry Cavill as Superman. He was wonderful, beautiful, still probably my favorite Superman of all time.
I watched the James Gunn supercut. Don't fuck with me.
Nope, do not. You don't can't. You're gonna catch all these hands. And for me, yes, David Corn Sweat is just as good. And I think where it's going is going to be really good because David Cornsweet really is just he's so perfect in the role, and I I think one of my favorite scenes is the post credit scene where Mr. Fantastic or Mr. Terrific is sitting there. Superman's looking at the building and it's got the fucking crack in it, and they're just looking at each other. Mr. Terrific's like, "What? It's. Oh, what? You want me to take it apart and put it back together?" No, no, I didn't say that. You know what, man? I do all these things. Nobody thanks you. He's like walking away. He's just, gosh, I could be such a jerk sometimes. It's so
Speaking
fucking good.
speaking of Henry Cavill,
Yeah.
I read a recent thing because he picked up the Warhammer series. He's like, I want to make a Warhammer movie,
Yes.
and I guess a lot of people were saying like, oh, the stages isn't going to look how it's going to look, or it's not going to be right. The response from a man I never thought I'd hear in Hollywood: go read the codex, or
Then
don't
talk
say
to me.
anything to me at all.
Hmm.
And I was like, that is the most nerdiest fucking thing I think I've ever heard anybody say.
Well, you know that there's a couple of pieces of news actually regarding like now that you said that Netflix is bending themselves in a pretzel trying
Oh,
to get him back for season 5 of The Witcher.
you're not going to. You've already pissed off so many people. You would have to pay that man a fuck you amount of money to get him to play that role.
I don't think so. I think what
Really?
they need. I think what Netflix should do, and the only way they could get him back is to do the sacrificial lamb and get rid of the people that ruined the fucking story in the first place, and then let Cavill come in and be the actual advisor that he was in the first set on the first and set on the first season, right? Not the second season. The second season where it kind of ran away, but the first season everyone was listening to Cavill. He would step in and be like, "No, that's not how he would move to cast this spell. That's not what he would say. That's not how he would behave. He'd do this." And the directors of the episodes were like, "Listen to the giant beautiful man
Listen to the man that has read and played the games back and forth.
who showed up in his own armor for the part of Geralt."
I'm not going to argue with somebody that shows up in his own armor. What director thought, hey, the guy that brought his own actual,
Armor.
not props, actual armor? Are you going to argue with them? Well, yeah, I didn't do it. Okay, I'm gonna be over there by the snack table watching this unfold. You let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah. So I think they should throw the lamb on the pyre, get rid of the people that fucked the last 2 seasons up, and let Cavill run the show. That's
Notice how they did the fun thing of after the season where he fucked off. They did an animated series afterwards.
I haven't seen. I haven't since he left. I haven't watched a single minute
Oh,
of
neither have
Witcher
I.
content. Just
Neither have I. What do you mean? I knew it was going to happen because they do this with a lot of things. Stranger Things is having a big shining moment of that right now.
yeah.
The last season tanked. So what did we get? Not even 2 months after the season was done, we got an animated series coming out in April, and that happened
Oh,
with The Witcher. The season, the season that was shit flopped. So what did they do? They released an animated series right afterwards
hmm.
because they think that doing an animated series will bring it back to life.
It's not. It's
They
unless Campbell comes back, nobody wants a part of it. Not a single fucking person wants a part of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people. If he comes back, I'm down. If he doesn't come back, bury it. Second piece of news. Ever since I think it was Filoni took over Disney or certain aspects of Disney, they are bleeding through the nose on whatever paper will absorb the ink to get Johnny back as Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm gonna say it like I just said with Henry Cavill. You are going to need to pay a fuck you amount of money in order for that to happen. Because last I checked, when that whole court case was going on, everybody, directors, former co-stars, everybody, dog walked that ass the entire time. And then once it came out that he wasn't as big of a piece of shit as he was being portrayed to be, then everybody was like, "Oh, I wasn't, I wasn't." I didn't remember saying that, and we're just like, we got articles upon articles, my boy. Really, it's kind of funny. We're the only person that was like, I mean, he's not awesome, but he's not terrible. Was Marilyn fucking Manson? When that's the one guy that will say like, "Hey, you
Should have
know, I'm
waited for
gonna,"
the rest of the evidence. Yeah,
yeah. When you have that man saying it, you know you're probably on the wrong side of the coin with it.
yeah. And right now, the number is reaching close to 300 mil.
Raise it, raise it. I think he should get paid for all of the bullshit that was said about him from everybody. I think it should be a cool billion before he even considers putting on them fucking dreadlocks again.
For Captain Jack Sparrow night. And I love those fucking movies. And I have the Black Pearl tattoo. That's here, right there.
Such a fucking nerd. Oh
I
my
know.
god.
But that's the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean. And there's the Green Flash.
Hi, welcome to one episode. We're going to go through all of Dead Man's nerdy tattoos, and we're going to rate which one would be rated as next. Which one screams the most? I am a virgin.
There you go. You're gonna have to say that whole thing again. Your mic fucked up.
Oh, you motherfucker. I know it does that to me, and I know exactly when. Um, so next episode, beyond the Evangelion part, we are also going to go through all of Dead Man's tattoos and see which one screams "I'm a virgin" the most. If you would like to know my guess, it's his. Don't you have a TARDIS on you? Yeah, that's my vote. The TARDIS is.
Where is it? There it is.
Yep, mine is. My vote is the TARDIS that is on his arm.
Really,
Yeah,
the TARDIS.
yeah. The TARDIS screams. I have never felt the touch of a woman in my life. Ignore the kids you have, but that's the one that screams it.
Wow! Out of all this, out of all like,
Yeah, it's the
wow.
TARDIS. I don't know. I watch Doctor Who. It's intriguing in some parts, but just I lose. They lose me in some parts because I watched the season finale of one, and I walked in on my girlfriend watching it, and I was watching in my prior. I watched a couple episodes, here and there, and I asked her,
Which
and she's like,
Doctor?
"What's the skinny guy?"
There's two of them. Well, they're all skinny, really.
Yes, thank you, David Tennant. That one.
You don't stop there. Don't disrespect the 10th. Do not
No, I'm not.
disrespect the 10th
I'm
Doctor.
not. I'm not
Gibby,
disrespecting.
I got time. I will drive to Michigan.
You drive here because, like, but it's not Tenet playing the doctor. It's this whole overarching story. Because I was like, wait, who's this? And she was like, oh yeah, that's so and so from this season. I was like, I thought she was dead. She's like, no, this is her from another world. And I'm like, oh, okay, oh, okay. Yeah, once you start getting into the this is the same person but from a different timeline, you lose me completely
That
because I've stated this multiple times. I hate time travel. I hate multidimensional timelines. I think it is the most fuck you form of writing ever, especially with something like that because I know the person who was with Tenet in that season was everybody's like favorite. Was like super duper.
Rose Tyler.
It, yeah, it's funny. You both said the same thing right there. Yeah, Rose was everybody's favorite, and I
Uh-huh.
know that was just a prime example of like we killed her off, and then fans were like, "Now you can do this, or we can fist fight in the parking lot of the production company."
Every single minute of every single day that you're alive for the rest of your life. Yes.
And,
Uh,
and that's my point. Is like that is, in my opinion, not doing it for a plot line, but doing it to appease fans, and that I can't stand. That I cannot back up.
you want to see a cool reaction? Can your girlfriend hear me right now?
No, she cannot.
Say the words "don't blink."
Hey, love. I got told you don't blink.
Literally.
She said literally.
Literally. Like, literally. I absolutely love that episode. That's one of my favorite fucking episodes. The first time I ever watched
I got to
it.
be a translator. Hold on. Literally, fucking literally. That is one of my favorite episodes. Every time I watch that.
No, the first time
Oh, the first time I watched it,
I was like 10 and I screamed when the TARDIS disappeared.
I was like 10 when I screamed when the TARDIS disappeared. Mind you, that's not me paraphrasing. That's me word for wording it.
Because there's a thing with those two words for any Doctor Who fan.
Literally, it's a bunch of fucking like concrete angels.
I
And
knew about the concrete ain't like that.
you
Yeah.
blink when you're around them and stuff like that. But like sometimes
The
like
Weeping Angels.
surrounding the TARDIS disappears or whatever, and all you see is like
Oh yeah, I'm getting a Doctor Who lesson right now. Hold on, I was getting an explanation of what that was. See, it sound it like I tell people because I've been told about this. It sounds intriguing. 30 seasons, you lose me after season 5. And I'm trying. I gotta like keep up to pace with it, and I can't.
Oh yeah.
I
So
just
if you ever want to fuck with your girlfriend, just literally stand in the doorway and do this.
no. I enjoy my teeth. No, she is swing. If it's dark and I do that, she is swinging. It's not going to be like a, oh my gosh, you scared me. It's bah! And it's not going to, it's, no, we both do the same thing. And if that happened to me and I knew that, I'd be swinging because
Go ahead and show her the motion I just told you to do.
yeah, he told, is it just stand in the dark and then do this.
for fucking like
And exactly. That's why she's like, you make it sound like I'm mean. I'm like, no, I just know that something like that will get me
That's
hit in
nothing.
the mouth.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with being mean.
Like, I know I'm gonna get hit. That's why I pick my battles very wisely, and that's not one of
Yeah.
them. That's why I'm glad. So we're gonna bring this back to Resident Evil 9, because the other night when I was playing in the complete dark. She was sleeping.
One more, just one
Okay,
more,
all right.
one more. Ask
Oh
her this.
God, please don't get me. Please don't like.
Ask
she'll
her
throw
this. Ask her
something
this.
at some point.
Hey, who turned off the lights?
All right, I got one more for you. Hey, who turned off the lights? All I got was hey. She said, "Who the fuck was that?" I
I'm so upset that the people off fucking Disney.
yeah, we'll have to find a place to watch it.
I know. I was like halfway through it.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out a way to
Oh, the spacesuits. The spacesuits. They were in the library.
the space.
The library.
Yeah, the lib. Okay, which
That's where he's talking about, like, hey, you turn on the lights.
okay, I
Count the shadows.
yeah, she knows that's her wheelhouse.
Yeah, dude, it's Doctor Who lore. It's like Doctor Who 101.
They were fine until that. The next thing you know, like, it's actually a shadow person behind the mask.
Oh,
So it's like, hey, you turn the lights, or you turn the lights back on, it's just a skeleton behind the mask.
oh, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, that is terrifying. No, I'm good. I'm great. I'm awesome. I watch enough scary shit. I'm cool.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like the tenth Doctor has some of the scariest goddamn villains
Yeah, I'm
in
getting a
Doctor Who's
Doctor Who
history.
lesson from two different sides here. It's intriguing.
Yeah,
If I get a chance, because a lot of people say, you know, you get the purists, you get the purists that are like, oh, start from the very beginning.
no.
Then you got and then you got the normal people that are like, yeah, probably start about here.
Start with Eccleston. You always start with 9. You can ask your girlfriend that. You always start with 9.
Where I like mine starts.
What is okay? What is the Doctor before David Tennant?
9. Eccleston.
You said Eccleston, right?
I don't know what his name is.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Eccleston.
About to say where you said you start. That's where you said a good point to start is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start
Yeah,
with
it's
9.
where, yeah. I think that.
Rose starts and everything else too. Rose doesn't start with David Tennant. She's got one season with a different name.
Oh.
And David Tennant comes in for like four.
Oh. Run it. We'll have. I'm good. Okay. If we find a way to watch it, I will. I will sit and dedicate time to watching it. Her response was, "You'll need to be doing something else while you're watching it. I promise you." That was such a look of like, I'm disappointed that you have to, but I understand why. It's time travel. It's always time travel. I can never do it.
Sort of.
Back to the Future was a stretch. Back to the Future was a stretch.
Doctor Who this is time travel like the way Back to the Future does that and stuff like that. Doctor Who started it, believe it or not, started as an educational show.
I believe that.
It was supposed to be an educational show. A guy jumps into TARDIS, time and relative dimension in space, and goes to some far off fucking time and teaches the audience, you, through interacting with these characters, what this time was like. Except it sucked. And so they started writing the show itself into an actual serial drama. And that's where it started. And the first actor that played the Doctor was an older cat. So when it became time for him to retire, they were like, "Well, we don't want to give up the series." I got it. He regenerates into a different version of himself. Sometimes younger, sometimes not, but it's a completely different body, but the same Doctor. And now they absorb new mannerisms and stuff like that. And that's how they've kept it going for literally 60, 70 years. 60 years, yeah. So yeah, when somebody says start from the very beginning or start from Baker, no. Start from 9.
You'll lose it. I mean,
You will, because
I couldn't even go past Supernatural, past season 7. What do you mean? There's like 14 seasons. I stopped at 7.
yeah, because starting from Baker and then going to everything else, it gets weird. It gets really, really, really weird. But starting at Eccleston, 9 is your best point to start. You can go all the way to the current one. It shouldn't take too long. David Tennant was, in my opinion, in Henkel's opinion, who you know very well, the best Doctor.
I'll ask Hango. I'll text him, be like, "Hey, who's the best Doctor?" See what his opinion is. See if he tells me it, or asks me like, I mean, my physician is pretty good. If if I do say so myself.
You'll see. You'll see. But we are.
We're hitting our time limit.
Yeah, we're out of time. Resident Evil 9 is on this thing right now, and I know you want to talk about it, but I also the media is oversaturated with it right now. So I think some fun nerd talk today and some getting into exploding baby limbs and the Hunger Games is
Exploding baby limbs. That's what we're calling this episode.
Exploding baby limbs. Yeah, it's a good place to stop. So why don't I sign us off. Thank you all for joining us today. Please check out Dark Charm Media, where you get all your podcasts on your phone device. Right now, the current series running, we just wrapped up Dark Charm Presents. We had Dawn of the Night of the Chickens. Yes, the title is on purpose. Yes, it is goofy. Yes, it is horrifying. Yes, it is violent, and it is awesome. It also, the current season of Persona Mortis, written by my co-host Gibby here, is also currently running, starring our friend from Canada, Tess Miller.
And Ada.
Uh, so do us a favor, and more is coming. A new episode just released about Bishu and Ralphie MMA. Uh, we love all the attention, we love all the news, everything we get from you guys. Please tune in. Also check out Gibby's TikTok page where he puts clips of this show, and for some reason gets a lot of engagement.
I love it. It's because I talk about you having a femboy obsession, and for some reason that
It's not
shoots
an
the numbers up.
obsession.
You gotta chase the numbers, my man.
It's
You gotta
not an
chase that
obsession.
check.
It is a healthy appetite. Anyways,
Yeah, your -10 in the bank really says healthy.
yeah. With all that said, though, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I don't know. What's a good way to sign off? Keep your balls clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you were here for 1 minute, 10 minutes, or the entire thing, we greatly appreciate it. As always, please, no matter what time of the day it is, even though it's getting warmer, it's still going to be colder. You're still going to need to put clothes, take off clothes. And obviously, you're going to sweat. So for the love of God, because I don't feel like smelling you inside of a fucking grocery store, keep your balls clean.